Hey there, folks. Javier Blog 208 here, coming to you live. I posted a little video earlier as I was getting out of church about Joe Biden exiting the presidential race. And I've got more to say on that coming up. It's a very, very emotional decision. But I'm going to dedicate this video that I'm doing to talking about Kamala Harris and why I cannot, at least not yet, endorse her. And I'm going to be very real with you guys, a lot of like I always am. I'm very honest and real with you guys like I always am. I've said, and I've been saying for a long time, and I know many people have doubted this because I've been very, very supportive of Joe Biden, but the reality is I'm an independent. And being an independent to me means I think for myself. Um, at this very moment, and I understand that President Joe Biden, God bless him, um, has um, has indeed endorsed Kamala Harris. And for me personally, I'm very, very split on it. Honestly, I mean, this is just very direct talk. Um, I at this very moment cannot endorse Kamala Harris. I have great concerns for her. Now, that being said, I'm going to list some of the good and bad and my concerns with her. Joe Biden has been an admirable and spectacular, an admirable president for our country, a man of great honor and dignity. And I was very, very proud to have cast my vote for him in 2020, and I've never regretted it, never will. Um, Kamala Harris, she is significant. The reality about Kamala Harris is that she is significantly to the left of Joe Biden, and it concerns me. Now, here's the good things about Kamala Harris. The good things about Kamala Harris is she's a prosecutor. She's a very strong and tough woman. And just those things alone, in my opinion, are very strong characteristics that would make her a great president for this country. But at the same time, Kamala Harris is very much to the left of Joe Biden. Issues like abortion and I'm not really sure where she'll stand with Israel. I don't have a lot of faith in younger generation Democrats. Joe Biden, as president, has been very, very, very supportive of Israel. Even once had to light up the White House in Israel colors to show that they were supportive. He has been a very strong supporter for Israel. And because of my Christian faith, I have to abide by that. And I'm very thankful that we had a Democratic president that, despite all the backlash from the far, far, far left that are pro-Palestine and all that, saying Biden should denounce Israel and all that, he stood his ground and he supported Israel. And I'm very, very thankful for that. I have no idea where Kamala is going to stand on that. And I hold great concerns with that. I have a feeling, and I have this scary feeling, because she's a lot younger than Joe Biden, and she has, everybody wants to say, pass the torch, pass the torch, pass the torch. What they mean by pass the torch is pass the torch to a younger generation. And I have expressed in the past, and I continue to express very much concern about the younger generation Democrats going very, very, very more and more and more far left, which is also a reason why I was very much supportive of Joe Biden getting a second term. I mean, without taking away the reality of his mental decline and his physical decline and his decline altogether, health wise. And God bless him. God bless him in the name of Jesus Christ for making his decision to withdraw and to making that honorable decision to withdraw and to take care of himself. And he did the patriotic thing, and I stand by that. But the point is that I think that Joe Biden, one of the reasons that I really like Joe Biden was because he was the perfect Democrat. He wasn't really too far left. He worked with Republicans. He stood with Israel. He was just an older generation Democrat. And the older generation Democrats were more to the middle, and they were very much very, very, very bipartisan and much more working with Republicans and all that, you know. One of the big things I had with Obama was that I don't think that he was very much supportive of Israel, and I think that he was a little more um, for the far left and all that. But even him, you know, I think that it could be worse with like the likes of Kamala Harris. And the reality is that she can appeal to the far left a lot more. And I'm sounding like a Republican here in this talk, just listening to myself. And like I said many times, I was an independent and I voted for Joe Biden, and I would have voted for Joe Biden again. Um, However, I feel like Kamala Harris can very much appeal to like the anti-Israel, extreme pro-abortion far left a lot more than Joe Biden can, a lot more than Joe Biden did, and also with many other policies too. Um, that being said, I am not throwing my support behind Donald Trump by any means. However, I will express a reality. Um, with Donald Trump, we know what we're getting. And, you know, his presidency was hectic. He was emboldening the worst of the worst of the worst of people. His supporters and his base idolize him. But, you know, personally, for the man, and I try my hardest, and it's hard to do so sometimes. I have compassion for the man. I really do. Um, I have no proof yet that he is the beast of Revelation 13 as prophesied in the Bible, but there is a lot of evidence for that, and it's becoming more and more convincing the more they idolize him and turn him into a martyr and a savior and a god and all that. And they, you know, it's becoming more and more apparent to me, especially with that assassination attempt, you know, the wound that was healed. I'm not saying that was what is, but, you know, the wound that was healed, you know, and the world marveled after the beast because his deadly wound was healed. Bible stuff. But anyway, I'm not saying that's the case, but the reality is his supporters, it's a cult. His supporters worship him. His supporters embrace him. He emboldens the worst of the worst of the worst of people. He's extremely dangerous in so many ways. But, you know, in reality, at least we know what we're getting with him, you know? And you know, and some things, you know, I think his heart's in the right place on. You know, that's just the reality of it. I think in some things, Donald Trump's heart is in the right place on, like, you know, caring about our economy, and he claims to look after the little man. They claim that he looks after the little man, and he has ideas too and policies that he wants to put into practice. So yeah, it's just very tied to me. Meanwhile, we know that Camilla is very appealing to, you know, the far left of the Democratic base, and it could be in a dangerous way. That being said, Camilla is a strong, intelligent, passionate woman and she was a prosecutor, and I think that she would make a great case against Donald Trump. So at this point, and there's also the talk that Democrats could nominate somebody else, which is also a possibility. At this point, I just want to listen at this point. You know, listen to what Kamala has to say and what her policies are, what her plans are the next 4 years, should she be elected. And I want to just listen and listen and listen to what she has to say and what her plans are and what her policies are and everything. So that being said, you know, and her best chance, and I do believe she has a stronger chance of beating Donald Trump. I really do. I mean, maybe not the strongest chance. This election could be like 50-50 at this point, especially now that Biden dropped out. And maybe some of the polls will start to turn around. I don't know. Maybe Camilla has a higher chance of getting Michigan and Wisconsin and Pennsylvania and Nevada and all these blue states that were just maybe Georgia. I don't know. I have no idea. No promises. But I don't know, maybe this election is going to start to turn around, and maybe if Kamala makes all the right moves, she might be able to win this thing. And one of those right moves is selecting a very strong VP. Now, I have concerns about who the VP is going to be. Could be a far left, younger generation Democrat, which could be scary. And Kamala, you know, I've expressed my fears about her being significantly to the left of Joe Biden, appealing, my concerns about her regarding Israel and other things. Um, and I have my concerns about her, very much so. But that being said, she's a strong and passionate woman and a prosecutor, and she's got a lot of good going for her too. So I don't know. I want to listen and see where she's going to have to say on policy. And at the end of the day, that's what's ultimately going to matter. Where is she going to stand on policy? Her plans for the next 4 years and everything, And that being said, and if she picks a strong VP, I'm confident she can turn this election around. And if she makes all the right moves, campaigns her heart out, picks a strong VP, I'm very confident that she can turn this election around and very well be the next president. But we don't know. We don't know. We'll see. We will see on everything. And at this moment, I cannot endorse her. I do not endorse her at the moment, but we'll see if that changes. Who knows? I'm slightly leaning toward her, but not by a whole lot. That's where I stand. Anyways, folks, thanks for watching. Just a little update. And I got more for you guys on Joe Biden dropping out, his legacy, and I guess the next couple videos I'm going to be making. I know I've been posting religious content and other content, but I guess the next couple videos I'm going to be making are going to be political related, because I got more and more to say about politics. So God bless you guys. Thanks for watching. I love all of you. Like and subscribe. This is Javier Blog 208, tuning out.